Hello guys, today I'll show you on how to create an SSH key public and private key that you will use to create a trust between two servers, or to be able also to log in. So in our previous video, we were able to create another user. That user can be used to log in to this system, and then which means you are to the remote server. For example, in my case, to this server. This server can have multiple accounts, which means multiple user, where they can own independently and be able to do their things separately, independently again. So each user can create its own SSH key. That way, when they are trying to connect to another server, or also remotely to this server, they will be able to use their SSH keys. Today, like I said, in our previous video, we did a video about creating a user. You can click the video link above to see and how you can create a user and a group in a Linux box. But now we are going to focus on creating the SSH key. It's going to be fast and easy. So now, as you see, and I think who am I? If I look at that, I am on a different user. So I have to be in that other user. Like I said, even maybe this one doesn't have the SSH key. For example, if I do that, and then if I do SSH key, this one doesn't have any public and private key. So it's always good to have SSH key. Each account or user is good to have SSH key. That way it's easy to build a trust, to create a trust between servers, and be able also to log in without giving the password. So again, I'm not gonna do anything on this user. I can use the other user that I created, assuming we created a dummy, a brand new user, so that we are going to configure it. How do we configure it? By starting by creating the SSH key. So I can now, I'm going to switch user into demo. Okay, so now we are under the demo user. How do I know that I'm in the demo user? I can say, who am I? So this is the user under the demo user. If I do sh, I don't even have the sh folder by itself, because I don't have the key by itself. I don't have the private key even out the file that we saw in the previous account. We don't even have that. That's why it's this user or account is never been used to log in, so it's fresh, so empty. That's why I'm going to show you now how to create a SSH key. What the command is ssh-keygen. So if I look here, what it's telling me is generating a public and private key pair. Enter a file in which the save file key. Where do you want to create it? It's usually under the home directory of the SSH, so it's good. And then create a folder. Yes, it's always common, the default one that a lot of people use it. Unless we want to create multiple SSH key, it's better to have it to use the default. So enter the same paraphrase again. We don't need that. So it's an empty, so let's put that way. Here you go. So now we got a private and public key, as well as the folder. So like I said, I am in the home directory, So if I try to go to SSH, here you go, we have a folder even. If I look at the content of the SSH, we created two keys. One is private and the other one is public. Personally, and even you will hear it a lot from many experts, do not share your private key at all. Private key is so sensitive. Private key can damage your account, because if you share a private key and then it's user, you can do anything. Anybody can log in. But the public key it's something that will help you to connect with others. So that's to create a trust between another server. For example, if I want to connect to another server with different IP, for example, and then what I do is I can put this public key in their user, under the username I will use to jump into the remote server as a trusted, like I think we've seen in the other in the other user as authorized keys. You can put it under the authorized key, and then you can log in there easily. But this private key is going to be very harmful if it lands in at the wrong hands, which means you can log in. I can log into this server from my machine using the private key without knowing the password, because this is beyond the password. So again, hopefully I hope this was informative and helped you a little bit, and until the next video, have a good one. Thank you. Bye.